you drinking?
I'm drinking. Hello, everybody. I'm Erin.
I'm Nicole.
Welcome to Dude That's Fucked Up. I'm drinking a Anchor California lager.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Anchor Steam?
Yeah, I think so. That's the name of it, right? It just says Anchor on it.
Oh.
Anchor Brewing Company in San Fran.
I'm drinking Sierra Nevada.
Beautiful. California beers.
Yeah, shout out to the NorCal folks.
Hell yeah. We love you guys.
You guys make a great beer. Yeah.
Sure do. Hope everybody's doing good.
Yeah.
Hope this episode finds everybody safe and sound.
If anything, we hope. I mean, we know you're not going to learn much from this episode or whatever. No, you might. But we hope we at least are able to entertain you and give you a smile and a laugh.
That's right. That's all we're ever trying to do. Yeah, anybody.
Anybody who maybe you're feeling good, maybe you're not feeling good, but maybe this will give you a few minutes of fun.
Yeah, take a break.
Because everyone loves a dick joke. Okay.
Hell yeah.
So, do we have any business today?
Let's see. I don't know. Do we? Let's see.
I was just going to say, Facebook group's fun as always. So supportive and lovely.
So wonderful. It's such a nice space to, I don't know, just kind of support each other. And, we have some really cool people in there, and really, really, really funny shit.
Oh, man. But you know what is really bothering me? We keep getting so many requests to join the group from people that just look up Dude That's Fucked Up.
Or just fucked. I think they're just looking at fucked.
It's gross. And I'm like, you don't. And then I love how like our first question is, how'd you hear about our podcast? And it's always like,
what's a podcast?
I'm like, fuck off. What the hell?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Okay, what is that sound? Is DJ in the background?
He's downstairs. Can you hear him?
Yeah.
He's such a fucking loud talker.
Tell him to shut the fuck up. We're recording.
Well, he's working from home today because he got LASIK yesterday.
Oh.
Yeah. I got it a couple years ago, and I've had the worst eyesight since I was like in 4th grade, and I got tired of touching my eyeball, putting contacts in, and getting headaches from my glasses. So I was like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm getting LASIK done, and I did it, and it was the best thing ever. So it's pretty great. So he didn't even know he needed glasses like until he was like in adulthood, and I think I was like, oh yeah, what's that street sign say at one point? And he's like, I can't read that. That's too far away. I was like, nah. Like, have you ever had your eyes checked? And he's like, what? No, I could see fine. And I was like, what does this person look like walking down the street right now? And he's like, I don't know. They're all blurry. And I'm like, you probably need glasses. So he finally,
they have 2 eyes and a mouth and a nose, and they're tannish.
Yeah, there's some hair. There's they're wearing a shirt. So yeah, that's the story of how he got to where he is now. And so he's just like didn't. I don't know, his eye. He has to keep putting like eye drops and shit in, and it's like, it's weird. So he's like, I'm just gonna work from home today. So
that's cool.
Yeah. So sorry if you can hear DJ in the background.
Oh, that's okay. Pete's working from home too. Funny. But I banished him. So.
Oh, from like the entire house.
From the south wing of the condo.
Like DJ's like literally right below me, so his voice is just traveling up through the floorboards.
He's this week's special guest. Hopefully there's no like private business dealings happening.
Oh, probably. Let's listen in. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah, the Facebook group. I think we're gonna change the name from actually spelling out fucked to like our brand of the stars.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of a mess, and it's just like the weirdest people, and I'm just like, we don't want you here unless you like this podcast.
Yeah, it's like, and it's cool. Like, well, if you don't listen to the podcast regularly, that's fine. But like, I don't know, people who do listen, I just like, I don't want like weird people in there to like blow up anybody's spot or troll anybody. So
no, yeah. All right. So anyway, we might change the name slightly, but if you're already in the group, it doesn't matter because you'll still be in it.
Yeah.
And it'll still be closed.
And if you're not in it and you're just listening to this episode, now you know.
Yeah. I wanted to see if we had anything from last week that we need to correct or want to talk about.
So the only thing that we totally forgot to mention, which would have added a lot to I think the comedy aspect of last week's episode about the Fellowship of Friends, the weird fucking bougie cult, is that they called each other dear.
Ew.
Yeah, and I think they referred to themselves as it, like, because you're supposed to like let go of your ego or whatever. I don't know. It was so weird.
Oh, ew. That's like my precious. Or
it's like it puts the lotion in the basket.
Ew. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. So dear was what they called each other. Like, oh, hello, dear.
That's like super creepy. That like ups the creep factor and ups the like formal fancy factor.
Right. Exactly. You're so right, dear.
Thank you, dear.
Yeah. So missed that, but I thought that was really funny.
Yeah. I don't know if anyone noticed. I left the description of the episode purposely blank because we don't want anyone coming after us from that cult because they obviously like go after people writing Wikipedia pages and shit. So I didn't name it anything related.
I mean, I feel like okay, I that's a very fair and cautious thing to do, but I also like truly believe that these people don't know how to use the internet very well. So
yeah, that's fair.
Nor do they know what podcasts are. So
yeah. Oh God. Yeah, they're probably like what's a podcast? They probably wouldn't even be able to find it. They probably don't even have like a podcast app.
No, I don't think so. They don't seem very up to date on their. I don't know. Maybe they've hired some tech savvy people.
Like they have a social media coordinator.
Yeah, I don't think that they do yet, but I mean they possibly could. So
yeah. Oh my God.
If you're looking for a job, I bet they have that position open for you. But unfortunately, you're gonna have to give them all your money. So
yeah. Oh.
And then you'll be in a fucking cult. So.
Yeah. One that's real creepy.
Yeah. So yeah, those are the only. That was a fun little tidbit that I forgot about.
Nice. That's fun. Yeah. Okay. Dear.
Thank you, dear.
Thank you, dear. Yeah. I don't know. Any fucked up things this week?
Not for me. The only thing is like is DJ's working from home because he got his eyes lasered. And it's kind of fucked up. It's kind of trippy and weird. So
yeah, because you're awake and it's like
it's like but it's like it takes like 5 minutes. It's like super easy.
You could smell your eyeball on fire.
That's right. That's the only bad thing about it.
Did he get like a muscle relaxer before doing it?
They just give you a Valium, which is just like anti-anxiety. And then they just like suction cup your eyes, and then they like, bzz, bzz, and that's it. And it's like it's weird, but it's not that bad. I've had rectal exams
that are worse.
That are way worse. So you know.
Yeah. Huh. I'll have to look into it.
Yeah, I highly recommend. Then we could be ready for the end of the world, like the apocalypse. Like you don't want to have to worry about anything. So get your IUD, get your LASIK. You know, just be ready.
On the checklist, LASIK's next. That's true. I feel like in all scary movies, like the dork with the glasses always get like stomped on or whatever.
They're like running and they lose their glasses and they're like, oh, my glasses, and then they're like, and then they get killed. So
I gotta go back for my glasses. Oh. And then it's like.
Or they're like they like are literally just blind when their glasses fall off and they're like, oh, like feeling around on the ground, and it's like, just go.
Yeah, they can't. Just go.
They just run into a tree.
Do. Boop, beep.
Oh God.
I went to Hamilton last night. I hated it.
You did? Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Well, okay.
Okay. I
There's,
don't like musicals, so.
I know, and it's like the worst because it's like theater kids doing hip hop. It was rough, dude. And Pete's like into it. Pete likes it, and our friend liked it, and so it was like me and Pete, and then our friend and her husband. He's our friend too, but like me and the husband were just like he fell asleep.
Holy shit.
And the whole first act, I was like a little buzzed because I'd had some G&Ts, and I was just like, oh God, oh no. Like,
oh
this
man.
Is like, it's 3 hours long. It's so long. And there's like a couple good songs in it that were fun. And I feel like maybe my attitude in the beginning wasn't very good. So I just didn't. And I'd heard some of the songs, and I just like already thought they were cheesy.
It's that thing of when everybody tells you, oh my God, it's so good, you're gonna love it, it's the best, like it's universally loved, it's universally like acclaimed, whatever, and it's just like you're not trying to be a contrarian, but it's just like you have the like idea built up in your head, like it's supposed to be this like incredible thing, and then you like actually experience it and you're like what? I don't know.
It was.
You're gonna get some hate mail from this.
Yeah,
probably, so.
I'm probably gonna. It's fine. Just no death threats, you guys. It's just theater.
Just theater.
Well, the other thing that bothered me was like the guy was basically doing a Lin-Manuel Miranda impression the whole time.
Okay, and that's another thing. That's
why?
Another thing. It probably would have been amazing and incredible with Lin-Manuel Miranda because he's incredible.
These people were amazing too.
Yeah,
they were very good. But yeah, it was kind of like, okay, I just felt like he was doing an impression of the guy. There was the singer who played Aaron Burr, like the actor who played Aaron Burr, had an amazing voice. He also had a lisp though, which was a little weird at times. And it was, I don't know, everything was very confusing for me, and
maybe lay off the G&Ts before you go to the theater.
I only had 2, and they were pretty spread out.
It's fine. You know what? You're entitled to your opinion.
True.
You don't have to love everything that everybody else loves.
Yeah.
That's okay.
I'm sorry, everyone. I feel like I'm letting everyone down. I didn't cry. I wasn't like, my life wasn't changed afterwards. I think also with these things, I think there's like, on the one hand, there's people that are like, you hear it's so amazing, so you're like, oh, then your expectations aren't met, and you're kind of like, it was all right. Then on the other side of things, there's the people who listen to the people who say it's amazing, and they might not even think it's amazing, and they're like, oh my God, it's so amazing, it's like the best thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's like the hype keeps breeding a bit more hype. And it's like, is it really that good, everybody? Let's all look into our inner selves and be honest with each other.
It's like they're in a cult or something.
Yeah. It's like a Hamilton cult.
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't. Yeah. I can't pass judgment, but I know what of you speak.
Yeah.
Like
there's
feeling.
just a weird vibe.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, I feel like an asshole. People would probably love to see it. And I didn't care that much.
Yeah, you privileged bitch.
But I still had fun. I know, I'm such an asshole.
No,
well, also when I heard how much we could have gotten for the tickets, I was like, why are we going to this thing?
Was it like a gift or something?
No, we bought them when I was still working. So, but we bought them for a normal price. Like, we got a Ticketmaster, like, right when tickets went on sale. We got, like, somehow Pete got these tickets. So they were just, like, a normal price. But then when you look on StubHub this week, like, leading up to it.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, we should have sold these. But whatever.
But you had to experience it. You are really lucky that you got to experience it. And now you have your own opinion about it. And
True.
And you are entitled to that, so.
Yeah. And it's pretty neutral. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it.
All right. Fair enough.
Okay. Let's move on.
All right.
Shamilton. I have a story for you this week.
Oh, okay. Yes.
If we don't have anything fucked up. So we got a listener story. We cannot disclose who this person is, where they live, anything about them.
Yeah.
But it's really fun. I already told you who it is because I want you to be in the know because you're like the inner circle.
Cool.
So sorry, everybody else, but you're just not allowed to know.
Yeah, it's okay.
And that's okay. So, yeah, so the title of this email is DTFU, and this one really is.
Ooh.
After listening to the Holy Cadaver and Chicken Cordon Flu episodes, and then in parentheses after Chicken Cordon Flu it says queef. I think we talked about queefs.
Oh, we did. We were saying how people say queef around the world.
Oh yeah, queef.
Queef.
Okay. So after listening to the Holy Cadaver and Chicken Cordon Fleu queef episodes, it was just too much for me and I had to write in. It was like a 2-episode crossover event was happening. A very special event.
Queef to I don't know. Go on.
Yeah. Okay. I need to preface this story by saying it was like 10 years ago and I know better now, or at least I'd like to think so. Anyway, here goes.
Oh my God.
I was at happy hour with my coworkers when I got a call that I was needed to go to the morgue and train a coworker on how to collect evidence from a vagina. A dead person's vagina.
Oh,
this person works in forensic science. So.
Oh my God.
Okay, no big deal. Not my favorite activity, but I thought it wouldn't take long and I could zip over there and get back before happy hour was over. Anyway, away I went. I got there, put on a gown and some gloves, and went in. It was after hours, so it was only the person I was training, me, and a coroner there to give us access to the body. The coroner was a friend I had worked with and hadn't seen in a while, so we were chatting as she led us to the body. As she unzipped the bag, all I could think was, OMG, this lady is big. Like, big, big. So now think of the phrase dead weight. Have you ever played dead and had someone try to move you or tried to pick up one of your passed out friends? Hard as shit, right? Right. So I instructed my trainee on how to go about collecting the evidence once we had the legs open enough to get in there. Our plan was that the coroner and I would each grab a tree trunk of a thigh. On the count of 3, hoist them apart, then my trainee would go in. Sounded pretty good. The coroner and I continued chatting.
I'm sorry. I have a really bad feeling about this.
Trust your instincts.
Okay. Oh my God.
Okay. The coroner and I continued chatting as we mustered up our strength. On the count of 3, the biggest, loudest, most dead body-ish queef came flying out. And I felt the breeze blow right on into our open, chatting mouths.
No. Oh, no. Oh, my fucking God.
Talk about a windbag or what? I don't know what the saying is.
All I can think about is somebody taking a bellows and just, like, filling this dead woman up with like air and then like closing the legs and be like
like a prank.
Like a prank. I don't know.
Oh God.
God.
They go on. The coroner's eyes and mine met over the Grand Canyon thighs. It was so MFing motherfucking gross. What had just happened that we were in shock. We looked away in shame. We couldn't talk. We couldn't move. We finished up the job and never exchanged another word. To this day, we still have not talked.
What? Oh my God. I would not be able to stop talking about that for like the rest of my life.
I know. I got back into the car to return back to happy hour, or as I now like to call it, sad hour. I felt like crying, but then the fucked up part of me just started laughing. Like, seriously, what the fuck just happened to me? What the fuck just happened to me? I made the bad decision to call my work, quote-unquote, babe, like her work husband, and tell him about it. Huge mistake. When I got back to the restaurant, there was gum, Listerine pocket strips, mints, dental floss, hand sanitizer, and several drinks all piled high in my seat waiting for me. If this doesn't deserve a HERiFF, then nothing does.
That is insane.
The final sign-off is P.S. ... I hate myself.
Oh my God. Oh my fucking God.
Like, big woman, probably big vagina. A lot of air could get trapped in there. So, like, trying to move a dead body, all the force and all the things that are happening in there, just like, poof.
How does that happen? It's just like part of the decomposition of a body.
Yeah.
But how did she know it was a queef and not a toot?
I feel like a toot would have smelled like poop, maybe.
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
I don't want to think too much about it. Oh my God.
I want to go home. I don't want to be here anymore.
It is simultaneously the coolest story and the most horrifying story I've ever heard.
Oh, for sure.
Wow. Wow.
It's crazy how, like, people can have these jobs and, like, really compartmentalize them.
Yeah.
You know, like they left happy hour. They went to their quote unquote office at the corner. They pulled out this dead body. They're like, oh, it's a big one. 1, 2, 3. You know, like, pick it up. And then also, like, all of this, just treating it like a normal job until this one thing happens. And then you're just, like, you know, catapulted into real life where you're like, a fucking dead lady just queefed into my mouth.
Oh my God. Yeah, because I think probably from, like, day in and day out, like, it's probably, you get used to it and it's boring, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, you see this, for the most part, everybody is different. Every body is different, but, like, it takes something quite extraordinary to really, oh, Jesus.
That's
oh,
gross.
Lord.
But you know what? It's so relevant to today's topic.
Yeah, it is, actually.
More dead body stuff.
Dead body stuff, guys.
It's fascinating.
Yeah. So yeah, today we're talking about mummification.
Pretty cool.
Specifically Egyptian style mummification, because there's a lot of cultures out there who practice mummification.
But this one's like the main. Like, I feel like we all learned about this a little bit in, like, school and stuff, and I was always so intrigued.
Oh my God. I think we learned about, like, ancient Egypt in, like, 4th grade or something, and I honestly believe that it planted the seed for me to be interested in anthropology and archaeology and, like, pursue that as my college major. So I mean, who doesn't love ancient Egypt? It's, like, so fucking endlessly fascinating. And
it's amazing. They were so advanced, and it was so long ago, but they, like, knew all these things and did all these things that were so interesting.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so Egyptians they had figured out mummification, very long time ago.
Yeah.
It's crazy to think about how long ago it was. Like, if you think about how we measure time, it being, like, before Jesus and after Jesus.
Yeah.
Basically, or before the Common Era and after the Common Era.
That's how we measure time.
That's how we measure time. But that is just how it is. Like, Egyptians were doing this shit for 3,000 years before
the Common Era.
So
that's fucking crazy.
We're not even 3,000 years away from Jesus, and that was over 2,000 years ago. So it's a lot of fucking time.
Yeah.
So
think of how far we've come. Like, even in the past, like, 2,000 years, some things far, some things not that far.
No,
I don't know. And to think they were doing this, like, 5,000, 6,000 years ago, whatever.
Well, and this is just a small facet of their culture. Like, they had figured out batteries. They figured out running water. They figured out, like, a million things that we in modern times are like, oh, this is modern. They had figured out some of that stuff back then. If we were to, like, go back in time and, like, take a snapshot, it would probably be shocking how technologically advanced that they were compared. And that's just the stuff that we know about and have found through text and archaeology digs. So
and hieroglyphics.
Yeah. So well, that's the text, the ancient text.
Yeah.
So anyway, so there's a process for mummification that they had perfected over, like, millennia. So
but it might have been an accident at first, right?
Yeah, I think so. There's a ritual, which we'll get into a little bit later, that they go by, that explains why they even do this in the first place. But figuring out the preservation of a body probably could have been accidental because of the climate.
Yeah, the climate, and they would bury them in like shallow graves, and between the high force winds and all the sand, it would kind of like wick all the moisture out of the deceased and create a mummified body in a way,
right?
Like different from what they eventually perfected,
right?
Over 1,000 years or whatever. But that's pretty interesting. Also, to me, it's interesting because it's weird that like it would kind of preserve the body and not just like grind it down to stumps.
Yeah,
because I feel like a lot of like sand whipping really fast like would deteriorate something very quickly.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I think because it probably had like some a high level of maybe like salt in the sand too, that probably helped wick some of the moisture away and then kind of like harden the skin maybe a little bit. I don't know.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Yeah. So the earliest like mummies that they made intentionally happened in around 2600 BCE.
That's crazy.
And the best preserved bodies like in ancient Egypt were around the time, including King Tut's, are from 1570 to 1075 BCE.
Yeah.
So like that's 1500 years before Jesus ever lived. So crazy.
You guys, I just want to give a warning to people because okay, thinking about preserving a body and how long it took Egyptians to do this, which was like 1,000 years.
Yes.
If you want to get work done to preserve your youthful face, just think about waiting as long as you can because you don't know what that shit's gonna do. But with Botox, we're only in like this. It just made me think of Botox and how people like are injecting things into their faces. I just want you to pause a moment. Do you really need it? Wait. Then maybe wait as long as you can. Then if you really want it, go ahead and get it. But like the technology will only get better.
Yeah, but I mean Botox like doesn't it like absorbs back into your skin. It doesn't like change your face forever. It's temporary.
But sometimes don't you think I guess it's like you know how some actresses get like lip Botox or whatever? But once you're older, it's bad if you get too much filler because then when it comes out, you have like floppy lips because your skin isn't as elastic as it used to be, so it doesn't like bounce back.
Well, the thing that you need to do is like once you go down the road, you have to constantly upkeep it.
Yeah.
It's like death. It's like Death Becomes Her.
Yeah.
If you like fuck your shit up and start going down that path, you have to like keep getting touched up. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like when you have like fully gray roots, you have to keep dyeing your hair until you either go embrace all the gray and go full gray, or you just keep dyeing it forever.
Yeah, don't be afraid to age.
It's a big commitment. Yeah.
But I mean, do whatever you want. I probably will have Botox at some point in my life, but not for a while because I take good care of my skin, or I try to anyway. That's number one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was a long process, like to do all this, the whole ritual, like do everything that needed to be done to like make an actual mummy. It took about 70 days from start to finish. That's
a long time.
Yeah, it's like what, like over 2 months.
Yeah,
that's crazy. And they had to they really believe that the body needed to be preserved as well as possible because they believe that the soul left the body when he died, and then it came back after it was buried, after it took this journey through the afterlife. So it's like you have to make sure the body's in good shape for the person to jump back in it, or the soul to jump back in it.
I mean, it makes sense, but it's like kind of gross too.
Yeah, it's like you never know. They might come back.
But does the soul come back and you find this like mummified body and you're like, the fuck happened?
I mean, I'm thinking it's like they think the soul like adds that like je ne sais quoi that it's missing.
Like it breathes the life you've removed during the mummification process back into it.
Yeah, like our preservation techniques are like garbage compared to what the Egyptians were doing. Like ours, like embalming, like people being embalmed in our time is like purely cosmetic so that it could be laid out for a couple days so people can pay their last respects. they are doing this so that the soul can actually enter back into a body that is like resembling a live human. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is crazy as fuck. Also, I think they look a lot better than they obviously do like 3,000 plus years later when we find them. They probably look pretty fucking good. I don't know.
I don't think so. I think it's creepy. Like, they don't look like humans.
Well, now they don't.
But do you think how long did they look like humans for? I feel like you dry up pretty quickly and like it creates that like leathery sheen.
Yeah, totally.
And it's real tight.
Yeah, but I don't know. I bet it stayed pretty good looking for maybe a few hundred years.
I mean, all things considered, you still look kind of like a human.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they had special embalmers, there's special dudes who did this.
Yeah, priests.
Yeah, they were holy people.
Yeah.
And then they also like had a whole ritual, which we'll get to after we talk about the process specifics.
Yeah, let's talk about that because it's gross.
It's real gross.
Yeah.
So they had a like we said, the whole process takes like 70 days. So there's a lot of things they have to do. So the main thing that they want to do is make sure all of the vital organs are removed from the body because they will rot and it'll make the body rot from the inside. So
and it creates that black liquid or whatever we talked about.
Yeah, the putrefaction process starts to happen if they don't get the so they figured all this stuff out though over time, so it's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
So they believed we'll just say they took the brain out. They didn't put a lot of value on the brain because they didn't understand that it was like the thing that was like making a person a person. They thought that was the heart. We'll get to that later. But they basically I think the common thought is that they would always remove the brain through the nose. But that's not the only way that they did it. They did do that, but they ended up having a more sophisticated way also.
I remember learning about this in school because I remember it's kind of like a lobotomy in a way, but they'd stick like a little hooked like a
knitting needle.
Like a knitting needle with a hook on the end in there, and then they'd whip it around like to break up chunks of the brain and then pull the chunks and fluid out. Like they'd drain the chunks and fluid out.
Yeah, they'd froth it.
Yeah. Get a little Sunday morning scramble going.
Oh God.
But also sometimes you couldn't do that, and you had to be very gentle and be very good at that technique because you can fuck up someone's face, then they don't look like their human self, and you've ruined their body for when they come back to it with their soul.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you could easily like pop out from inside the skull out of the head if you're not careful. Or like an eyeball
through the eye.
Yeah. But yeah, so like going through the nose and like scrambling the brain and letting it drain out. They like also like shoot some like stuff up into there to make it also all drain out.
Little neti pot action.
Yeah. Oh.
I've seen some gross things come out when I do neti pot, but never
hopefully none of it's your brain. Yeah.
No.
Oh. But the more sophisticated way that they developed over time is making an incision in the back of your neck and then removing it through the hole in the base of the skull where the spinal cord comes out of your skull. So, yeah, then they just, like, tip your head back and all the brain, they'd still do the scramble, but it'd all just, like, bleh, out the back. It's so rough.
Ew.
Yeah, so then it used to be that rich people were the only ones that really got mummified and mummified really well in this really ritualistic way. But then it started getting more widespread, like more like regular people started becoming mummified. So they had to really make it a little bit more efficient, I guess. So so the brain and organ removal increased over time as mummification expanded to non-royals.
Yeah.
But still, if you're really poor, like you don't get the full package.
No, you're not. Yeah, you don't get the special.
No, you don't get the full spa treatment. They would take all the intestines out, and your innards, like your intestines, lungs, liver,
all the gooey things,
all the gross stuff, kidneys. They'd take those out and put them in canopic jars.
Yeah,
did I say that right?
I think so.
Okay.
Or like in little boxes or whatever, but
yeah, they're like made of like nice like material or like pottery, like depending on how rich you were, I guess.
Yeah.
And they'd stick them in these like nice jars, and they'd be placed around the body. They'd be mummified themselves a lot of times, and they'd sometimes put them back inside the body, but typically after they like mummified it alongside the body.
Right. That's so weird.
Yeah. Because they thought that the soul was going to come back, and it was like, you come back to life. It's like, oh, where's my kidney? Oh, here it is. It's in this jar. Boop, like, boop, bop. Like,
what are you supposed to do with it when you get back? You
just Mr. Potato Head that shit. Like, I don't know. Like, it's like Operation.
Yeah, you're like, let's see. Where do I put this? Oh, that's weird.
Yeah. I guess they just figured once you've been through the afterlife, you like know all these things. So,
yeah.
I don't know. So, yeah, they always left the heart for the most part in the body, because that's what they believe that where the soul came from. Like all of the things that make you are in your heart. Which, yeah, I mean, poetic. I get that. It's poetic.
But
I get that.
Inaccurate.
Unfortunately, they were scrambling up the brain, which is the part that does that.
Listen, if anything, if I came back to my body and everything was in jars, I'd want my brain there.
Yeah.
Everything, my kidney, my intestines, I'm good. I don't need to make any more doo-doos in the afterlife.
No.
But I'd like to have some thoughts.
Yeah. I'd like to have some thoughts and feelings, because that's where the feelings come from.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, God. Yeah. Then, so once everything's removed from the body. Oh, so there was like 2 different methods for that too. They'd either do it from a slit in the side of the abdomen on the left-hand side and just like pull everything out through there. Or there is a second method where they like, I don't know. It is kind of similar to like just scooping everything out and like, or I think there was a thing where they would like put some sort of like flush it out, and you're supposed to shit everything out, but that might not be real. So
I don't think that's real, because you would need your muscles to contract to shit things out.
Yeah, who knows? But that lady like queefed in your friend's face, or in the listener face. So who knows? Who knows how? Who knows how it all works?
Ew.
Oh, God.
# mouth queef.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
So, yeah.
It's gross.
It's real gross. So, yeah, everything's taken out, and then the whole body is salted and dried out. So
they fucking do a little dry rub action on that shit.
Yeah. They literally would put a person's body under mounds of natron salt.
Yeah.
Which are salts that are native to the area. And it's like, it'd be like similar to like today's baking powder.
Yeah.
So they just like pile on heaps of salt all over the body.
Oh.
And then the salt, and I think they put it inside too. And then over the period of a few days, all the salt has absorbed all the moisture. It's like, those silica gel packets that are in shoes and stuff.
Yeah. Or
it absorbs the moisture.
I was thinking like when you get your iPhone wet and you have to put it in rice or something.
Yeah, exactly.
They probably could have used that too, but I don't think they had that.
No.
But
salt was like very abundant, I think.
They basically dried him out like Ron Popeil would with that fucking jerky maker or whatever. Do you remember that infomercial?
Yes.
It's like the three-tiered,
yeah.
I forget what it's
called. It's a dehydrator.
Yeah, food dehydrator. And he's like, you can make fruit leather. You can make beef jerky. That's about it. Those were the 2 things it made.
Yeah, you're like, what else do I want to dehydrate? Nothing. That's all I want is just beef jerky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and then so when all the moisture from the skin and the body was absorbed, it, like the flesh shrank and the skin got darker.
Ew. And it was still like a body shape, but not really. Like it is, but it's like really
It's like
tight.
a golem.
Yeah, it's like basically the skin. It's like the skin dries onto the bones.
Yeah.
And it's like it's kind of like a bat wing or whatever.
It's like when you suck all the air out of like those closed storage things.
Like when you vacuum seal something.
Yeah, you vacuum seal it. Yeah.
Yeah, it is like that. Ew.
Gross.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
But they didn't. Oh, and they didn't have any eyes too. They took out their eyes, right?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want. I think they would rot. They're like squishy and wet.
Yeah,
so.
they're very moisture-y.
Yeah.
I said moisture-y instead of saying moist.
That's because people hate that word.
That's true. Yeah. Then they like wrapped up the body in cotton pieces.
Like Egyptian cotton, like 1,000 thread count Egyptian cotton.
Depends on how much money you have.
Well, like if I was royalty, I'd be like, what's the highest thread count?
I have no idea.
Well, I'd want that.
Give me your highest thread count, please, sir.
Yeah, I want your. And also, it was Egyptian cotton, but by default, because that's what they had.
100% Pima Egyptian cotton.
Oh shit, that would be very expensive in the LL Bean catalog.
That's right.
What I mean?
That's right. If you're poor though, you got like 100 count.
You got like the jersey cotton sheets.
Ooh, I like the jersey cotton. They're soft.
Yeah, it feels good, but they absorb your sweat. Those are like good wintertime ones.
Yeah. Ugh.
If you were poor, you got the flannel sheets. Year round, bitch.
Yeah. Sorry. You're dead.
Here's wool.
Yeah. Oh.
Enjoy.
Yeah, it was all rough and gross. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like hundreds. Each body needed like hundreds of yards of the linen.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's a lot. Yeah.
I always thought that would be a fun and easy Halloween costume, but I think actually you need a lot of like ace bandages. Yeah,
I feel like, I don't know, it's like claustrophobic.
Yeah, you'd have to leave like a pee hole or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or you just get a shirt that looks like a mummy shirt or something.
Or you just like, I don't know, pin onto like pants or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anywho.
Try it out. I don't know.
The shit was like fucking intricate.
Yeah. They even would put like written prayers and amulets like wrapped along with the body. Like they'd put it inside of the wrappings. So there's like a lot of layers of cloth.
Which is why the priests had to do it. Because they were like writing the prayers, going through, and why it took 70 days also. Because it's like fucking, they were wrapping each individual toe and finger.
Yeah.
Like, and like writing a little, like, say a little prayer for you. Putting like jewels and shit.
They're like, say hi to my friend Bob on the other side.
I don't know.
Then they'd like put a mask, which is not like a like skin mask, like a
not like a charcoal mask,
not like a seaweed mask, like it was like a actual physical hard mask of the person's face.
That's horrifying.
Yeah, it's so fucking creepy.
This is all I could think about, reading about this is the archaeologists that find these mummies and like start to unwrap them if they do, and like you're unwrapping that, and then there's just like a mask that's like a person's face. It's like, oh my God.
It's creepy as fuck. Like,
yeah, it is.
I thought, I don't know. It's very, it's a lot.
Well, and then sometimes they were like dipped in resin, or there was like some resin in between the layers to like really harden them into that thing.
Yeah.
And then at the end, a little shroud is placed over the person, and then it's pretty much done.
Yeah, it's like the full body cast.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
That makes me claustrophobic.
Yeah, and if you were really rich, you'd have a tomb being built for you. Mm-hmm. Like if you're royalty, you would have a whole structure built, which would also store all of your like cool shit that you would get to have when you came back to life.
Yeah.
So, like your chariot, your fucking, there'd be food. And then any pet that you had, they would also mummify. They'd just be like, well, we got to kill your pet too. Like you're dead now, so we'll just kill the animal. And
no one wants to take care of it. It's coming with you.
So there's like tons of like mummified cats and stuff. I want everybody to come with me. Like all my people. Come on. Let's
Sorry,
go.
Erin's gone. We're all gone.
Yeah, everybody
dead. Drink this Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Put on your Nikes. We're heading out.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Come to the tomb, y'all. Come to the tomb. Get in, losers. We're dying.
That's pretty much how the mummification process goes. I think we should try and wrap this up.
Yeah. Oh, good one. That was good. I
hate myself. We should be making so many mummy jokes, but I don't know that many. So
I don't know very many mummy jokes either.
And then in our notes I wrote, I'll show myself out. What an asshole.
Oh, man. So, yeah, there is a thing that I found very interesting when I was researching all this. This is a thing that happened to the most famous mummy of all, King Tutankhamun.
Ooh, King Tut?
King Tut. So he was like 17 years old when he died. He was a little kid. He died.
A man in those days.
But a man in those days, yeah.
Yeah.
He was basically in a really bad chariot accident, like the equivalent of like street racing and crashing and really horribly. Seriously. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's really sad. His like whole chest and everything was crushed like horribly. All of his he was fucked up.
That's sad.
So like his body was really in bad shape. So
a real James Dean.
Yeah.
A real Paul Walker.
Oh God, too soon.
Okay, a real James Dean.
Yeah. So I think the common thought is that his body was in such bad shape, he was buried very hastily because of that.
Oh.
So they like did the process of mummification, but they kind of like fucked it up. Like they didn't do a very good job.
They rushed it.
They did a rush job because everybody was like, can we just like bury him because it's bad. It's real bad. It doesn't look good. And yeah, let's get it going. So they did a bad job embalming him. And they did a shit job prepping his body for burial, basically. So the thing that a lot of the stuff what was that?
Oh, they're doing plumbing in our building today. I think that's what that was.
That scared me.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's all right. Oh my God, I thought fucking mummy was gonna walk through the door. Jesus goddamn Christ.
Hey, Brendan Fraser, what's up?
What's up? What's up, hot Brendan Fraser?
Brendan Fraser.
So yeah, they when they would do the mummification process, they'd use lots of oils and resins and all kinds of stuff. So certain oils, if you kind of like wrap them up or pile rags on top of rags, it creates heat. Oh. So like certain oils are self-heating. So you have to be really careful if you're like working in a garage or using like paint thinner, anything like that has like linseed oil. If you have like rags on top of rags, it will combust, basically. It'll get really hot and catch on fire. So be very careful. That's a PSA for y'all out there.
Like doTERRA?
Yeah, seriously.
Oh no, don't buy that shit.
Don't buy that shit. And so when they did his burial, they used a lot of oils that are self-heating, and they like wrapped him up, and then they like threw him in his sarcophagus and then like put him in his tomb. So what ended up happening is that the oils started to heat up, and he spontaneously combusted in his fucking sarcophagus. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. So in like 2013, they figured out what had happened. Because when they first discovered King Tut, he was, I think, like all the people, he was like burned. He looked like he was burned, and everybody's like, "What the fuck?" But the tomb was sealed, so it was like super creepy. So,
but wouldn't you need oxygen in there?
So there is a bit of oxygen inside the sarcophagus.
Oh,
but I think what happened is it burned, but it sucked up all the little oxygen that there was,
and then went out.
And then
like
went out.
Like it was like a flash fire or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god.
So I mean, but like his body was just super flammable. So like all the linen, all the oil just went up in flames.
Oh.
And he like burned. So there was no coming back from that, really.
No.
It was like insult to injury. Like he died so horribly, and then they like did a shitty job like burying him, and then he just like fucking burned up. Yeah. It's crazy. Poor guy.
Poor guy. That sucks so bad.
Yeah.
He comes back to his body and he's like, what the fuck did they do?
Yeah, he's like, I was not this tan when I left. What the fuck?
Why is
I feel so crispy. Yeah.
Yeah. He like no matter how much chapstick he puts on, his lips are always fucking real dry.
He's charbroiled.
He's chariot broiled. Oh, sorry. Bye.
Goodbye. Thanks for listening. Oh man. So that's a fun little anecdote. Yeah. Poor King Tut.
Oy.
Yeah, so there's a lot of ritual that went into this, and it all kind of derived from the cult of Osiris. This is like why they started doing this. There's like a whole big like mythology about Osiris and Isis. Yeah. The goddess, not like the terrorist organization.
Right.
So but that was like part of the story and why they do the mummification. So yeah. So that's where the idea of the thought that the body had to remain intact in order for the soul to continue its journey comes from. Oh. And yeah, and it's part of the ritual and the ceremony of burying somebody includes the Book of the Dead. So this is like this is something we've all heard about. It's like there's creepy legend, I think, attached to it, but it's not creepy at all. It's just like a book.
I know about it from Beetlejuice, the movie.
Yes. It's not like it literally was like for the person that was dead.
Yeah, it was like a guide instruction manual.
Yeah, it was like an instruction manual. Like, okay, when you get to the fork in the road, make a right, go talk to this guy. He'll tell you where to go to get your heart weighed with the fucking feather. Like, that was literally what it was.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it's kind of like a cheat sheet. It's like when you go to AAA and you get your fucking triptych. But nobody knows what that is anymore because nobody uses a real map. So
yeah, we just have Google Maps now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically when you were rich, of course, your Book of the Dead was way cooler. Like, you had gorgeous illustrations, very clear instructions. And
it was like super personalized.
But this is also the Book of the Dead is also specific to each person. So a scribe who is an expert in spells would have to be consulted to like make a custom book for the person who died. So as mummification became more common, there is more demand for these books. So
what happened if you were poor? It was just like, it gave you just the address.
It's just a pamphlet.
With no directions in there. It's just like,
it's super vague.
2000 Amherst or whatever.
Yeah.
2000. It's just like, make a left at the 7-Eleven. You'll find it.
Yeah. And it's like a rundown, like, fucking warehouse. And they're like, fuck.
Is this it? Yeah. Which door?
Yeah. But yeah, the scribe would have to know like what kind of life the person lived, and that's how they kind of figured out what to include in their personal Book of the Dead, and then they would make the appropriate spells specifically for that person. like if you were good, you had a chill time, I think, going through the afterlife. But I don't know. If you were an asshole, it was like way harder. Yeah. Or poor.
Oh, like you had to like do like it was more challenging.
Yeah, like physical challenges, and you had to like do like a Tough Mudder or something. Like army crawl underneath like electrified like fucking wires or something. I don't know.
You had to answer like a series of impossible riddles.
Yeah, the Sphinx.
Oh, yeah. So you probably did.
That's part of it, I think.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
But also they're like here, balance, you're starving, balance this Cheeto on your nose and you can eat it when I tell you to, and you just have to hold still. But for all eternity.
You had to like, like the Minute to Win It game where you have like an Oreo on your forehead and you have to inch it down your face using your face muscles to your mouth.
Oh my God.
I've done that before.
That's our next video for next month in our Patreon for
perfect.
sure.
All right.
Oh, I can't
wait. Yeah, so as more people desired their own Book of the Dead, scribes had to, pump them out.
Yeah,
and
cost
then
goes up.
Yeah, cost goes up, but then it just became another commodity that they produced for sale. So they would actually offer packages to clients to choose from. So it's like, this totally reminds me of when you had picture day at school and you come home with like your Life Touch pictures. And it was like, your mom was like, oh God, which package do I choose? And it was like 1 million different size pictures of your awkward ass, like, with a horrible hairstyle, and you're like, why'd you have to get the biggest package? Like, why didn't you just get 2 8x10s and call it a day?
I never handed them out either. So like my mom would buy the photo package. I think she stopped buying them eventually because she's like, she gave me a bunch of pictures recently, and there's just a bunch that are like just me.
Yeah, like, the wallet size.
Yeah, like in my drill team uniform or whatever.
Or the really small ones. Those are the ones that you give out to your friends.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So dumb.
So that's what these scribes were doing, basically. But no matter how poor you were, everybody had spell 125 in their book.
What's that?
So spell 125 is the best known of all the texts of the Book of the Dead, and it's basically like Psalm 23 or the Mourner's Kaddish, which is like, Psalm 23 is like, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. And in Judaism, the Mourner's Kaddish is like what you say when somebody dies at services. But like it's like super common. It's just like the standard.
It's Tutankhamun?
It's very Tutankhamun.
I don't know what's wrong with me today. Sorry.
Why?
I just like all the wordplay.
It's good. You should.
Okay.
It's great.
Good.
It's good.
Okay.
So the spell 25 describes the judging of the heart of the deceased by the god Osiris in the Hall of Truth. So you do your negative confession, which is like also known as the Declaration of Innocence. It's a list of 42 sins that one person could honestly say they've never indulged in. Like, I've never killed anybody. I've never like fucked another guy's wife or whatever.
Yeah.
And then once that is done, Osiris, Thoth, Anubis, and the 42 judges would confer, and if the confession was accepted, the heart was weighed against the balance of the white feather of Ma'at, which is also known as the feather of truth. And if the heart was found to be lighter than the feather, the soul passed on toward paradise. If the heart was heavier, it was thrown onto the floor, where it was devoured by the monster goddess Amut, and the soul would cease to exist. Fuck.
Sounds like a bunch of bullshit.
It sounds cooler than anything we have going on today, I think.
It's so arbitrary. What if you have like an enlarged heart or something?
That's not what it's about. It's like it's an allegory for your sins.
Oh,
it's not like
literal?
actual weight. It's not literal. Like, it's a fucking feather.
Oh, I don't understand it.
It's an allegory.
Oh, like it's just like that's what they just say happens.
If your heart is heavy, if your heart is heavy with all of your sins, then
because a heart's gonna be heavier than a feather every time.
But it's a feather of truth. It's like it's
just made up.
It's made up. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's yeah.
So, yeah. Well, yeah, whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
It sounds nice. It's a good story.
Yeah, it's a good one. And that's it. And that's how you became a mummy, and that's the ritual you went through, and that's all that I've got.
It seems not that hard.
It seems fucking hard.
I mean, it seems like they were doing it to everyone.
Yeah,
I didn't understand the last bit, but now I get it. But also, it just seems like a lot of work to do for a dead person.
Yeah, I really want it to be like I want somebody to do it now. Like, I want somebody to go through all of the ancient shit. It's like the ultimate hipster thing to do, I think.
Yeah. Oh, like, yeah. Oh, for sure.
You know, like, it is like so bespoke, like so.
It's customized to you. You get your own book for the dead.
Yep.
It has all your stories in it. It has all your accomplishments of your life.
Yeah. I love it.
And like you could put in a few outfit changes, because when you come back for your body, you don't know what's going to be like in or like hip. So like, you know, you'd have like an outfit per decade. So when like the things kind of like.
Yeah. Exactly.
Rotate through. It's like, oh, the 90s aren't popular anymore. Oh, we're back to the 60s. Oh, cool. I have my like bell bottom jeans.
You got your classic like all black outfit. Like, you got your
classic
or white button down black pant.
Yeah.
Nice loafers. You're good. You know, it's just classic.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I also think it'd be really cool to like have a modern like human time capsule with like modern dentistry and whatever other body modifications. You know what I mean? Like
like fake boobs?
I feel like those would like decay. Like they would, I don't know, maybe they'd hang on for a couple hundred years. I don't know. But you know what I mean? Like there's like metal plates or whatever, or I don't know, you got your fucking, I don't know.
Like a fake arm?
Bionic arm, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
That kind of shit. Like, I don't know. I'm always thinking about future archaeology.
Oh, yeah. Like what people are going to think of when they find us dead, like a long time from now.
Like, why did this person do this? Like, what the fuck happened here? Like, oh.
But they won't find that of us because we're not preserved. So you're saying we should be preserved like mummies.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I wonder how expensive it would be, one. And I wonder if, like, anyone does that. Like, I wonder if there are services that do that.
I don't know. I feel like it's the next big thing in like, white people fuckery. Like, stealing from, you know, sacred rituals from.
Yeah. Sounds like white peopling.
Yeah. Like an ayahuasca ritual.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah, they're probably gonna start doing this next.
Yeah, I think this is the next big thing. I just think about too, like what it, like future archaeologists finding like Vegas, or it's mostly Vegas I think about, because it is so random.
Preserved as it is now. Like people in Vegas preserved as they are now.
No, just like the structures, like the buildings.
Oh, yeah.
There's a fucking weird. That's, you know, there's a replica of like the Eiffel Tower and
New York City.
I
think that's weird already now to people who don't see that shit. Like, you could come from like a small town in Spain or something and go to Las Vegas and be like, the fuck is this?
Yeah, there is a fucking huge pyramid there.
Yeah,
with a sphinx, like, and a obelisk.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's trippy shit.
It's really trippy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. All this stuff is so interesting. It's so cool that like we could go to a museum and see a mummified body, and it's somebody that lived like thousands of years ago.
I know. It's
cool.
It's very cool. And you can actually like get a glimpse of what their like life was like to some degree. I don't know, and what their rituals were. And I fucking love it. This is why I studied anthropology.
Yeah, this is your thing.
And I didn't do shit with it except for make a podcast.
Except for work in politics and make a podcast.
Yes. Hey man, gotta do what you gotta do.
this topic isn't that fucked up. It's like all the parts are fucked up, but then
the whole like process of making the mummy is crazy.
It's fucked up, but then it's like a cool thing.
Like that's like, I mean, that's stuff you kind of know, but not really. Not the in depth, like inherent kind of grossness of it.
Yeah, I loved it.
Me too. It was fun.
It was fun.
Yeah, dudes.
All right.
That's all I got.
Yeah.
Hope you guys liked learning about how to make a mummy.
Don't go out and make any, you guys.
Don't make mummies on your own. You could burn down the house.
Adult supervision needed.
Yeah. But
Gross.
you know, maybe there's somebody out there who could do it for you.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That'd be chill.
That'd be cool.
All right.
I wonder if it's like against the law or something.
It probably is. Yeah, we should look that up. Just don't do it, you guys.
Yeah. It'd be cool though. Like, we're not telling you to do that, but like, you know.
How do they like mummify the dick?
We didn't talk about this. I was thinking about that.
Okay, I just thought of that. I was like,
why the fuck would they not preserve the dick?
Maybe they did in a jar. I feel like I've heard of that.
I feel like they must have.
They must have.
What about?
You need it.
Yeah.
Or they would wrap it individually.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. It's rough stuff if you have a micropene.
Well, then you just push it into the skin and like put the wrapping over it.
Oh.
Just wrap it down like you would tuck one back. Kind of thing. Like Buffalo Bill.
Oh, I'd fuck me.
Would you fuck me? I'd fuck me. That's not right. That's not right at all.
Oh my god.
Was she a great big fat person?
Oh wait. Okay, we're cutting all of that out.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening. Have a great day, and
follow us on social media.
Yeah, follow us on social media at DTFU Podcast. Yeah. All the places, the Twitter, the Insta, the Facebook.
We have a website, dtfupodcast.com.
.com, not none of that .org bullshit.
No .edu, no
.net.
No, we got the real shit here.
We got the real fucking .com.
Yeah.
And I think if you want to join the Facebook group, do that.
Totes.
Tell
a friend.
Tell a friend. Spread the word.
Yeah. It's very fun.
Yeah. We're going to get ookier and spookier the closer to Halloween we get, I think.
Oh, yeah. Good.
Yeah.
And check out our Patreon.
Yes. Do that. All the things.
Yeah.
All right, dudes. Be excellent to each other.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.